I'm not sure.
Joker, you can get a job, but not naturally, no.
So it's optional.
Yeah,
okay.
and Roy's 16 and leads an army.
Yes, yeah.
That
man is qualified.
Roy's 15 and leads an army. I think it's 15 or 16. So really, none of them have a job. I mean, I don't know, do you consider being like leading an army a job, a full-time job?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if your job nets you a near Congressional Medal of Honor, I think that's job title.
I wonder if school will pay for that. Like, oh yeah.
I don't know. With our VA system, I'm not sure about that.
Oh, goodbye.
And in
word.
that time, we were bantering about jobs. That first
Hardworking
stock
Arsene,
already
putting the food on the table for Joker.
There you go.
Beating up the other school child. Like, don't worry, son. I got you. Pulls up with the van.
Oh dear.
gone. We got one of the gifted kids here.
Oh no. Oh no.
Not where I was going with that one. Roy's struggling. Like,
Yeah.
the Arsene stock happened, and then Roy just never recovered.
Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah.
There is father and father bonds, but Roy's is not here to help him. Actually, now it's just kid on kid. All right, well.
Great. Yeah.
He
again,
has not really touched him is the problem. Merc kind of got his momentum, started running him down, and he hasn't been able to get much until that. And now you're a full stock down against Joker. And I don't like being down against Joker unless you can get those cheese kills. Honestly, more so off Arsene, because I think it's kind of hard to cheese Joker with a tether as a character like Roy, because you don't really have a hitbox or a projectile. You don't have something you can just throw down there.
Yeah, Mercury's being really just suffocating in terms of playing into Juice. Like, he's not giving him an opportunity, like you said. And that really speaks to his potential of having a more fortified chance up against Bonk, who's staring down both these players right now. But again, Mercury seems to be at least the more revitalized of the two. And even with that, the 2-0 takeout as a definite statement, not only to the player you're staring down, but the one waiting in the wings.
Win condition.
Joker, he got packed up like Joker with with his lunch boxes. Mm-hmm. Just like you didn't really have like a lot of options. Like once you burn your air dodge, it's just okay. Merc's going to checkmate you.
I've not mentally recovered from the school children conversation.
That's right on the back burner. Yeah, on all.
I mean,
our
honestly,
minds.
Joker should be ashamed.
Still, like my brain's like all foggy.
Joker should be ashamed. Roy's like 15. He's like 17, I think.
Oh, Jesus.
Beating up the young.
You're saying you
proud of
wouldn't
you.
bully freshmen as a junior? Couldn't be me.
I did not. I was nice to them, as in I didn't speak to them.
I was the
Yeah,
one.
you were nice enough to me.
I was the one getting bullied. So
No!
yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at me. Well, I'm not gonna
You're
hide
a
it.
cool mini
We
boss.
love mini boss.
No.
Shout out to mini boss.
Some kids just passed by me in the aisle and just said meatball and just walked away. And I actually used it as part of my Xbox gamer tag. So like I took it and I
The
made
good
it my
ending.
own.
The good ending.
Imagine if you made your like smash tag, like your caster tag, just meatball, and that was your story. The
That'd
villain,
be flames.
the villain
Yeah.
arc.
I've got a bunch of monikers in waiting in the wings. So yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, so we've seen the exact same stage picks we've seen in the last set.
I love
Right
kind of like
now.
this stage. I mean, it's very similar to we talked about earlier, where I just like having the space to not get run over. And I don't remember how much you mentioned, but like having more space to tech chase as a character like Roy is really nice. Like they're not getting sent off stage; they're in a guessing game that if you guess right, you're probably killing them. And you know, as Roy, those are better for you. Like obviously Roy led traps well, but putting them in a literal 50-50 is so good as you watch him get shot.
We'll see if Juice can get any of those reads off that platform right now. Right now, being the opposite situation. Rolling back in, though, Mercury gives Juice an opportunity here. And both at high percent, the sway of, I think, the rest of this set, because a 2-0 or a 1-1 situation is going to be a huge swing factor. So it's all going to come down to, I think, who claims first stock here. And things like the down air, I think the sweet spot hit was able to give the mark for Mercury here, but very quick to respond. Going full aggression on that platform is Juice, like a hound looking for his next meal and finding a T-bone steak just lying on the ground right now. He is just taking every opportunity given to him and parrying up smash. Great little call out there to keep things still in his wheelhouse.
Finally able to close that stock, 162%. As Roy, you really want to be taking stocks early. That's kind of a scary situation to be in. Able to clean it up, looking at pretty even percents though. Juice, here we go, gets a bit of a down throw. Not really going to be able to get much off of it. We're just returning the neutral after a little bit of spaghetti.
And that's why we're seeing the retreating just gun of Mercury, you know, trying to recollect his thoughts there. Because Juice just, you know, he flipped a whole other switch and was able to even things right back. Even in the respect on percents tier, he's lapped Mercury besides that dash attack. So this is a whole new Juice that even Mercury's staring down right now.
Yeah,
Contrary to last game, this game looks exceedingly even.
Yeah, it's weird because like it's even, but at the same both these characters can just do things to make it very not even. So just like half a Joker's kit and Roy down tilt.
Right.
Not being able to get anything off the ledge trump, but able to get that back air. Now Arsene is no longer on the table. We're in a really good position, and Juice finally hitting that jab to back air and putting himself at a stock lead. Cal is definitely working out for him right now.
Yeah, and especially in this situation too, where Mercury's not going to find a drag down option if Juice plays that more center game. And lending towards that, he's not going to be able to escape the combos that Juice is now finding. Nearly 60, nearly sent out to the blast zone. Arsene called out. It will help Mercury a little bit, but again, Juice is so on top of things. I don't think Mercury's going to have an answer for this. Right now, even pressuring and shield, even being aggressive in the face, he is timing out this Arsene, which is just, you know, the complete opposite way how you take out Arsene out of the factor here.
These side platforms are just the gift that keep on giving for Juice. These tech chases on them are immaculate from Juice. Getting so much mileage just playing to Roy's strength of corner pressure, getting a ton of stocks and a ton of damage so quickly and so efficiently.
Yeah.
At first, I was kind of doubting that stage pick. I was like, aren't you really giving Merc the space he wants? But now it's just like, those platforms are getting him such a ridiculous amount of mileage. Like, I'm starting to get it.
I'm surprised Merc isn't, like, Loki didn't ban it. Because I feel like at that point, like, Juice is very clearly making use of the Callus platforms, and you just kind of aren't. Like, yeah, you haven't really been getting those follow-ups or those tech chases that Juice has been getting, and that's, like, been, like, such a big turning point for him. But, I mean, now we're back to a situation with no platforms. If I'm not going to make use of them, I'm going to make sure you can't either.
Well,
like,
yeah. I think it's just because I don't think it's stage dependent. I think it's just the way that Juice and Mercury are playing. Like, obviously the platforms will help Mercury, but I think it's going to be more if you have a centered platform where Mercury's going to benefit. But right now, Juice has just not been giving Mercury an option to get those combos started with the platform, the drag down up air resets, the way that we see Mercury do from past Bairs. I think it's just a fundamental play style circumstance that Mercury is finding himself at the opposite end here. Looking for a footstool, though, to try to edge out a stock here very quickly against Juice, because, again, he's just speeding away and finding his moments. You know, they may be sparse, but you give Roy just those few opportunities to find those moments, and you can see around just snake and blink and you'll miss it away from you, just like that.
I really like the dash dance there. Unfortunately, not being able to get much off of it, but now being able to put Joker back into the corner and F-tilt almost killing from across the stage. And I feel like you really need to take the stock soon. Put that up air. You got very close to having you with a Joker with full rage on Arsene. Your stock could have been forfeit very soon, and now being able to get that lead for yourself is really good.
And Juice even like took his time to get up from that ledge too, and he went for an up air and not a Trump bear or anything like that. So Mercury, you know, really has to get things together. We need to see that revitalized Mercury that we saw in round one. Otherwise, this will just roll away from him, and it might be a Juice bonk situation in Grands.
He's been employing those dash dances a lot, where it's just like, one, it's a timing mix-up, and he's doing it at such a great, he's spacing it so well, where he's doing it right at his burst range. If Merc overcommits to something, he's just able to get a free punish off of it.
Yeah, the way that Juice is effective, just insanely using that dash dance is just so pivotal for making Mercury whip. Finally gets a back air, but on stage, we'll see if Mercury can clean up his playstyle. You know, starting to play a little more of that mid-range, that empty hop, you know, try to get Juice a little tripped up mentally. So we'll see if Mercury finally has some sway in the control of this round here. Otherwise, it's just going to keep speedballing away from him and just still lending to Juice's benefit.
Yeah, and something I've noticed, actually, Juice has been trying to do on specifically Arsene is he's actually playing a really non-committable. He's actually just losing a lot of his movement to just kind of play outside of a Joker's range and just kind of make him start whiffing so he can punish it. Because he knows if he like goes for commitment and it's wrong, then he's just going to get punished for it. And we're probably going to see it on this stock as well. I mean, other than ledge trapping, of course, but like we see a lot of these rolls.
He's
see a lot of these dash back. The rolls and spot dodge, he's been mashing on Arsene this game. And I get why, because you just want to make Merc have to take his time, but that doesn't mean that much when, ooh, not going to get the drop zone back air.
Yeah, no, in these scramble situations, I'm noticing it now, and I'm kind of putting it together, but yeah, Juice has been rolling in a ton in these scramble situations, especially from the ledge, where I'm seeing it a lot, and I'm kind of surprised Merc hasn't picked up on it yet.
I mean, he's just been assaulted on stage. Maybe he's just been a little too blinded from it, trying to find some way to garner some control on.
Yeah.
Oh my word!
I did not think S should hit there. I was thinking jab back air, but I do not know what percent you can do that at. And I guess he just showed us what that was.
I mean, we should have expected that the way that the video went out to the same forward smash before, the way he was up above the Roy like that.
That was also DK though.
I
Roy
mean,
F smash
yeah,
for
but the way
RNG.
that it like hits above him as well as forward.
Yeah, well, that was also a weak hit. I didn't think it was a strong hit was why I was confused.
That's true, yeah.
But I guess that was like barely hitting him in that case. But like, I mean, Juice knew it was going to hit.
Yeah.
Or was it confident of like, oh, worst thing was it's a weak hit? Oh, okay, that's still fine. So like, it got it worked in his favor. And without being up 2-1, meaning Merc now needs to win game 4 and 5, which means even if he wins this game, he will have to play on Juice's counter pick, and that's not good.
True.
But first, you have to win on your own counter pick first, and game was close, but it was looking a little bit rough.
Now, what do you think the bans are here? Because I think Mercury would want to gravitate towards things like either Smash 4 or Hollow Bastion to get that middle platform benefit that lends to his drag down up air combos. So, what do you think? You know, Juice probably banned at least one of the two, but what do you think if Mercury did have a better option going forward? Do you think it was there, or do you think it wasn't?
I feel like it's kind of hard just because like if you do say like have like something Battlefield open, you still have to deal with Roy like Jugga situations. I feel like Town might have been an option left open, but I feel like it's such a risk and that's not worth taking. And I feel like overall, I think FD is a fine pick. I just think you need to modify your play around it.
Okay.
Because I think let's say you do go to like a stage like Small Battlefield, which didn't really seem to work out for him, Town and City. It's like then if he starts playing more aggressive or you get caught in the corner wrong, you explode. And while you could do that back to him, I feel like it's not worth the risk. And these games have been close enough where I feel like it's mainly down to a player adaptation. That and just you being able to poke him with guns and AI really do help a lot where Juice doesn't have places to escape.
Yeah, you're right in the adaptation, because we saw how Juice, like, again, I think it was a flip of a switch the way he just turned it on against Mercury in those rounds 2 and 3. So if Mercury can flip the dials to his own benefit here. And right now, we're seeing the aggression work out for him right now, 50 to 142, and he is surviving on that very, very, essentially both feet in the grave here on the Joker with the near 150%. So we'll see if Juice is able to clean it up here before he climbs ever further into that near 100% range.
Up throw.
Yep.
Oh, fat child.
Damn, that's crazy.
He's one of the lankier characters.
Yeah. I mean, Roy up throw admittedly isn't very good.
Yeah.
But like even I thought it would kill.
That's
and then
so rough.
down smash almost goes across the stage.
True.
Down air or down smash?
I don't think I've ever seen him click that move.
I feel like Juice just really needed that kill there. The fact that he wasn't able to get it, Merc, a
Now
little
it's
bit of
dead.
overcommitment there.
Now you also have more rage. That also helps solidify the kill.
Yeah,
Yep.
but now you don't need Arsene to clean the stock up, and he's just even getting some insurance bullets in right now. 145 sweeping out to the side, nearly taken out. We saw the star flash of the hit there. And
Merc looks a lot more comfortable in these CQC and scramble situations now. I think that's one of the big things I've seen work out for him a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Because earlier it felt like I'm not seeing that fear I was mentioning earlier. Like, it feels like Juice was controlling the space around him so well.
yeah, we haven't even
But now
talked about
Merc
the dish
isn't-
joint. You're right.
Merc
Yeah.
isn't getting really scared by it anymore.
Yeah, but I feel like something else we're starting to see is I feel like Juice is starting to catch landings a lot better. And now you're at 78 against a Max Rage Roy. You might just die, especially if you're about to lose Arsene.
Yep.
And Backer narrowly clipping you, and Merc throwing his head back a little bit annoyed that, you kind of had that really big lead, and now it's kind of gone.
And jab reset, no!
He also isn't able to get his kills. I mean, he was starting to throw out a lot of like strong hitboxes on that last second. None of them started to land, and he's doing it again. And up smash not taking it, down smash not taking it. And Juice just knows if he can start holding shield. Like Merc's going to swing on him.
That's gonna be it.
Unfortunate SD.
Catches the
getting
jump,
shot.
the air
That was
dodges there.
the smallest pushback from the guns, and it still was enough to get Roy out on the stop.
I mean,
It's
you
so
are
sad.
getting shot, so like it does make sense.
It's true.
I don't know if you've ever been shy, it'd probably make sense. I still hate how his gun is not a projectile. It's just a big hitbox.
messed up.
Yeah. I mean, we throw all logic to the side in this game, regardless.
I was trying to explain to a Wolf player, yeah, that's not a projectile. He just looked at me and said, what? Yeah, have fun reflecting that.
Trying to get a little more on the gauge, but Juice all too wise for it. Second time, great shield from both, but again, Juice finding the benefit off the interaction. And again, Mercury trying to find his way in, leading with the back airs, trying for the empty hop. Rebels guard just jumping into the tilt and the finisher. And Mercury very surprised that got away from him, but Juice stonewall faced. He said, this was always meant to be. I am the one to stare down Bonk. I am the 3rd seed. I am the one that is going to claim it all and claim it from the dropouts of now the 1st seed Beast going down.